So I wandered down a little trail that said area closed. You can kind of see it there going off the main path. In my defense, it was already like plowed down. And I run into this fun little drop off into a mildly flowing, grubby looking swamp. And I am so tempted to go down there. But maybe. So I'm continuing along this path, which has gone on for quite some little time and keeps going. And it's been some number of years since I've been on this hike, so I don't know where it goes. I'm looking for a bridge that may or may not be here, but I see this vague side path and intriguing sign. So let's live dangerously, folks. Let's see what all the hype is about. They're like, it looks fairly barren over here, but there's like this big bunch of brush, and there could be some. I mean, there's obviously something for this trail to be here. So, oh, is it actually just a dead? No, I don't think it's a dead end. I think it keeps going. Oh, it's like an actual trail. That was wildly unexpected. And a sign about frogoids, I guess. Well, this is curious. I think we want to go back to the main trail, because that's the bridge I'm looking for. Stay tuned. You know, fun fact, just coming back from a side path, I realized I could very easily get lost out here. Because even a few feet off the main trail, due to the height of like the grass and stuff, I could not see the main trail. So, if I'm late for work tomorrow, you know why. So our never-ending grassy trail continues. It's been going on for quite some time. Very green terrain, running mostly parallel to the swampy river on the right. I'm trying to reach a bridge I remember over there that I never crossed and had these weird river clams under it. But I feel like I might have bypassed it entirely, which befuddles me, but there you go. Also, this looks kind of fun. So there's the main path, don't lose it. Fun little triforce of rocks. Tiny path. Tiny woodsy path. Oh, maybe there's mushrooms. This prime shroom territory. Weird ivy thing. Also, what is it? Leaves of 3, let it be? Well, it has 3 leaves. Who wants to get poison oak, folks? I do. Let's experience. I mean, this looks fun, like a fun little picnic stop. Aside from the fact that it may or may not be poison oak. Let's continue our journey. We've entered a much thinner pathed, deeper, more woodsy area. Not even woodsy, like, I don't know what it is. It's like pseudo swampy. Definitely getting curious, folks. I'm definitely closer to the water too, like I can hear it at all times. That's a very curious bush slash tree. Also, I think those are berries back there. Like blackberries or something. That's definitely a berry plant. You see the little spiky barbs on it? Look at those. They're so tiny, they don't pick up well on the camera. They're vicious little buggers, but I can tell just by the leaves. Like, that's coming to focus. Hello. That's a berry of some variety. Which makes me very curious. Definitely getting more woodsy. Lots of birdoids. Very quiet. Oh. when I see a sign like that, I could continue down the path, or, because we're having fun here. Oh yeah, those are definitely berries. Bloody Welks, are they all berries? It's getting super marshy down here too. I mean, I don't think there's any more progress that way though. Kind of just dead ends. Let's backtrack. It's definitely getting a little bit swampy. Oi, crickens. It's getting a little more than a little bit swampy. I thought that was a snake for a minute. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's continue. It's getting super deep on the sides here. All uphill that way, all downhill and swampy this way. Kind of want to climb up those rocks. That would be kind of fun. If the grass is a little bit low, I probably would. And I still don't know where I'm going. I know how to get back, roughly. But I don't know where I'm going. Other than that, it's starting to get a little treacherous. Look at that lichen. Yum. Oh, let's continue onwards into the depths. So I was aiming for a... Can I switch this while it's recording? Hello? Trying to switch it to record me while it's recording. I guess I can't. Oh well. Well, anyways, I was aiming for a bridge that I never went over. It was like this cool wooden bridge with like these weird little mini river clams under it. But then I know there's another huge bridge over a chasm that was super sketchy and blocked off. But I remember that being quite a hike to get to. So maybe that's the one I'm headed towards. Because I really don't know where this is all coming out. I recognize this rock from a few years ago. Looks like it leads down that way. Well, ever onwards. Well, here's a fine how do you do. So my boots are very much waterproof. But that does not mean I want to get them muddy. So let's... Let's do a little bit of tightrope walking. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. Oh, I don't want to step in the mud. That's so squelchy and gross. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh gosh, oh gosh. That was gross. I think that's the only bad patch though. Yeah, that's what's up, folks. Ever onwards. Well, because I got lucky enough and found a biker fellow, I actually found the bridge. It was just way longer than I thought. So can I switch the camera? This is annoying me. Wow, that's lame. Okay, one sec. So here's how I was going. The bridge I was thinking of, or the bridge I was worried of, is farther down that trail. Goes across a whole, like, valley thing. This is the little bugger I was looking for, which I've never crossed. And according to kindly biker fellow, this will circle back and take me back home, but you can also go under it. All this intrigue. And I remember being fun river clams and weird insects. But buddy, whoa, because it's going in a steady clip. Cool graffiti. Is that a Kermit the Frog? One sec. There we go, folks. That's when you know it's real. Ta-da! Regrettably, folks, just because it's a little bit of a walk back, instead of continuing onwards, I think we'll continue backwards, but via the other route. Now, the extra fun part is that, as if I drop my phone, the other extra fun part is that I've never been on this bridge, which does loop back, but I don't know I don't know how it loops back or if I'll get lost. And apparently part of the trail is washed out. So thankfully, my boot skis, as you've seen in the previous vid, are waterproof. But how waterproof are they? Let's find out the hard way. This place doesn't look mucky. It looks more rivery. Oh, shucks, and it branches. So I want to say that way. Oh, I'm already at a bad point, folks. Because that goes that way. There's a path up that way somewhere. And there's a path this way. I already am way off track. This is already going bad. Because I don't know which one of these paths goes back home. I'm guessing up where they're at. And the one behind me almost surely leads to the other side of the massive bridge I'm thinking of. So this one presumably intersects with theirs. Like, I appear to be weirdly looping the swampland, but from the other side. So, if my logic tracks, this will take me back home. I'll just come out the other side of the swamp. But we all know Francisco logic is sketchy at best. So, let's carry onwards, folks. Bloody well, there's so many paths here. I guess it's just a straight shot. Kinda wish I brought a hat. Hats are smart when hiking. Pro tip. They keep the sun off. Because even though it's cool, ta-da, there's lots of sunlight. And Francisco may or may not, I'll admit to nothing, have had 2 Stone Delicious beers before beginning this hike. So I have a little bit of a headache. Either from the sun or from 2 beers. Without drinking too much water. So there's that. This at least doesn't look too bad. Bloody wokes. This is definitely a little mucky, but not bad. I feel not as interesting, though, as the previous route. A bunch of little bugoids in the air. It's still not like swampy muck. It's more like river muck. If that difference makes any sense. And you can't see my feet much, but I'm kind of like doing some bouncing around stuff. And mainly avoiding the extra marshy patches, if you can't tell. At least as best as possible. That's what hiking is all about, folks. And I think I'm definitely paralleling that trail. I can still hear people somewhere to the left of me. I have no idea where the trail is. Maybe that goes somewhere else super random. And I still have all the swampland on my right there. So I'm still good. I just don't know where this is going to come out, and that's what has me, if not worried, let us say, mild case of concern. I get a little bonus trail up here. dodge the worst of it. So that's kind of nice. I think a little bike path. Definitely some, oh, this is gonna get, not gonna get questionable because we're smart. Now it's gonna get questionable. Oh, shucks. I'm like running out of, oh, it's all squelchy. Oh gosh. Staying in the middle, staying towards the sides. Fun little birdie guy up ahead. Let me pause this video, take a little break. I'll continue recording once I come up to a new point of interest. I think those are mushrooms. Look at these little buggers. Little tiny mushrooms. Those are so cool. So fun fact, I just encountered some other hikers who I asked if I am on the right trail because they were coming in my direction instead of away from. And they said yes, it does go back, but unfortunately it's completely washed out. So how they get across, I have no idea. Those are no more mushrooms. One sec. It's exciting, and I think I see the part that's washed out too and want to show you guys. Firstly, more shroomlets. It's like so pure and like almost buttery looking. Another little shroomlet. And, oh, there's a bunch of them. What the look? Just little guys. I see a massive water ahead. I also see the side path. Could potentially use that. And I do see telephone poles, lights, something. So I think I'm actually almost back. But let's find out. Getting increasingly nervous as I backtrack. I think that's not the suspension bridge. That's something else in the distance. That's weird. So I'm guessing here's the part they were talking about. Well, shucky darns. I think I can do some fun things. There we go. Playing with fire. Only mildly gross. Hip hopping. Rock. Stopping. Gosh, oh gosh. Oh, okay, not so bad. Okay. I'm a good chunk of the way here. Here's what's gonna get kind of gross. Oh gosh. Using a fallen sign. There's nothing for it. I gotta. Just as. Oh gosh, this is. Yeah, this is beyond hope at this point. There we go. Oh, that was stressful. That was very stressful. Now, I'm definitely getting back to civilization. Just in time, too, because that's where the sun used to be. That means nighttime is coming. Look at how thick these trees are. I kind of want to go deep into the swamp next time, which I know you can, because I've done it before, but not in a long time. And not as deep as I could go. So, yeah, look at those. Let's find out what this is. It's like fencing and a structure. So, story time. I was planning to go this way across that wood bridge because the very first time I went on this hike, like 10-ish years ago, I remember taking a loop from start to finish and then never taking that loop again, never being able to find it despite hiking this hike multiple times. And I was pretty certain it was across that bridge. And I think I remember this point, that this curious structure, that's easy enough to, I bet you could climb over this. I won't, not on camera, but I bet you could climb over this. Yeah, look. You just like put a foot here, boost yourself up. There's not even barbed wire there. That's easy. That's kid stuff right there. Which makes me curious what's in there. Huh. I think it's like a power facility? Secret government lab? No trespassing, blah. Oh, it's a water district. Oh. Curious. It smells very swampy right here, just FYI. Be lucky you're not here in person, folks. So I guess some kind of a water treatment facility or something. Plus, these are all berries again. I would love to come here when these are fruiting. Literally fill my backpack with berries. Huh. Looks 24-hour video surveillance. You know, so my day job, I work in the alarm industry. People don't realize how that hard. Oh, there's an easy spot to break into. Look, it's right up there, and you're like right to the buildings. That's like, now they're just like begging for it, honestly. But anyways, so I work in an alarm company. People don't realize how difficult it is to put somewhere under 24-hour video surveillance. Most alarm systems are not that well set up. So honestly, especially with how low these buildings are, like you could run around on those roofs like a maniac. I'm just saying, my mind goes curious places. Anyways, moving onwards. So we're coming up to the end. Oh, possible chlorine gas venting. That sounds delightful. Now I'm curious, like, what this place is. Mechanical room. A weird... Something reminds me of a pizza oven. Huh. We're coming to the end point. That looks like a fun structure to skateboard off of. Look at that. Look at that goodness. Wow. So I'm at the end point, so that's good. The only problem is, I don't know where this goes. T-shirt, in case you don't have one. And they got a big sign. Let's just investigate. Trespassing, loitering, forbidden by law, no shooting area. Huh. Very curious. Very governmental. Cheap little security scan thing that probably hasn't worked since 1983. So, what now? I know this road probably intersects back at the still suspension bridge I started on. Presumably it kind of has to. Let's save a little battery in our camera here while I hike down this long trail. I'll turn it back on, folks, when I have some new news to report. So I encountered a few more no trespassing signs with a separate fenced area. It said waste disposal site, but it's like wall to wall yellow flowers, which makes me very curious about the purpose of this site. So, also I'm still not back. I've been hiking for a good little bit since the last video. Just FYI. So there's that. I see more things in the distance. Things are a good sign when you're trying to get out from being lost. That really is. Those are yellow flowers like all the way up the hill. What the whelk? That's crazy. That would look beautiful in the sunlight. Which I'm rapidly running out of. But I brought a headlamp because I am a responsible hiker. Like, look at these. Here's some close-ups of these little buggers. Look at that. We got like different flavors of yellow. Aw. Delightful. Here's the things I was talking about. These orange things. I have no idea what they are. This hike is so weird. It went from swampy and like woodsy to governmentally. Huh. There's like no signs, like hiking signs. So I have orange things. Those don't seem to be helping me any. And the path is starting to look a lot less official, which makes me mildly concerned. I think it loops around. It looks like it loops up that way. Oh, there's a bunny. Aw. He's so fluffy. Like, I have to be, because I haven't seen any, like, alternate paths. So I have to be, like, heading in the right direction. Or I'm totally screwed. Oh! I get all the flowers, like, on this side of the fence now. Look at that. It's literally wall to wall. I kind of want to just, like, throw myself in them. To, like, a stage. Oh! That's a big chunky pipe hidden in there. That looks waste disposally. But that's it. I still kind of want to do like a rock star stage dive into the flowers and just deal with the consequences. Because that would be amazing. So, thankful I'm not getting too tired. So that's nice. I was getting tired and lost. That would not be ideal. Here's like a whole barren area for reasons unknown. I mean, I see another building off in the distance. Well, hello to you too, Mr. Crow Raven guy. I see something recycle center. More and more curious. I see another structure. It's getting like weird. I'm like turning behind me just to make sure I don't have like black vans like creeping along behind me, asking what you doing here, buddy. Cause like this shouldn't be part of a hike. Not this part. I guess it is. And more structures. I think that's a jumbo generator, that yellow thing. Massive propane tank? Water tank? What does that fella say? Singer Lane? Rancho San Diego pump station. Okay. So it's some kind of pump building. Very curious. Massive reservoir behind it. Oh, this looks bad for me. I almost kept going into a weird runoff tunnel thingy. Super swampy tree. I'm seeing those are still government buildings. I see the road up ahead, so like I can't be lost. Or if I'm lost, I can at least like I'm lost to a point where I can get a lift from. So that helps. All this yellow. Oh, these are fun. All the classy yellow flowers we had. They've given way to... This is wild mustard. Actually edible. These, when the flowers dry up, the seeds that pop up here, that's where you get mustard the condiment from. Telling my friend Lars that, because she'll know. Big mustard fan there. The leaves, these are mustard greens. You can cook them. And they're actually quite good for you. So fun times. Weird water tank. Well, oh my gosh, no. Oh gosh, no. You know what this is? Check this out, folks. That's my company. These people, a sketchy place. They're a client. They're a client of ours. Stay tuned. Oh, I needed a moment because that's a familiar security company sign. Like, very familiar. But I think we're back to a. Oh! Yeah. We're actually back home. Because here is the bridge I started on. I think I better be. Yeah. That's a suspension bridge. So it's a loop around a crazy swamp. I want to find a cozy spot to wait for a lift. Ta-da!